Welcome to yet another ham radio video. This is Jay, KQ4DUX. A little bit of a rainy morning here in Frank Jackson State Park, Alabama. We're going to see if we can get some contacts on the air and try out some of my new equipment I got from the Ham Fest up in Huntsville last weekend. Stick around. Hey, welcome everybody. Just want to explain the new gear that I've got here and what I'm planning to do today. So I haven't made a activation video for a couple of weeks, but in between then and now, we made a trip to Huntsville for the Huntsville Ham Fest. I got a video about that if you want to check that out. And also been working on getting this contest station set up. I'm not a big contester by any means. I don't necessarily really love contesting, but I may want to do it sometime, especially for, you know, like the shorter events. Sometimes there's events that are only a few hours, and sometimes I may want to do that, just set up in my driveway to get out of the house and the noise and distraction of being part of a big family, being blessed with 5 kids and all of that stuff, and I'll be out of their way, they'll be out of my way. Or I want to do something on location somewhere else. I'm thinking about maybe participating in the September VHF. And it might be a nice idea to drive down to the beach, take advantage of the propagation down along the salt water, something like that. So I'm going to do some parks on the air today, and to me it kind of almost feels like cheating doing parks on the air, like from inside a vehicle. I know a lot of people do that, nothing against anybody that does, but for me it's the being in the outdoors part that makes it a lot of fun. So this is probably not something that I'm just going to drive away in my van and, you know, park in the woods and do this every time or anything like that. But I do want to give it a test and see how, you know, how it functions, see how I like the programs, make sure everything's working. So if there's a special event, contest, or whatever it would be. And another thing too is preparedness. If, you know, there was some disaster or something, you know, this could be something that we use. So let me, hopefully the rain passes here. I don't really want to get up and put my whip up in the air while it's raining. But it looks like it should pass. Well, the rain has let up. I'm hooked up. I'm just gonna start just by using hammers and getting a feel for how that goes with the computer and all that. I've got my memories just on the radio, so that's a very basic thing. I do have FL Digi and FL Rig and N1MM. I may mess around with that a little bit later on, but just want to get started out here and see how the bands are and go from there. Oh, dang. There we go. Yeah, kind of getting behind here already, trying to figure that out. Alright, we are back, and now I'm on 17 meters. Rain's passed on for a while now. We got the door open, got the window open, got some fresh air. Been playing around with some of the hammers up and running, working that. I'm also logging on Polo and pretty tough to pull that one out, but we got an WD5 EEI. Always makes you slow down and be careful with the EEI, but that's a nice reminder. Take your time, put some space in there. That's B, that D. It's a uniform X-ray calling CQ, parks on the air. Kilo Delta 7 Delta Papa Sierra. Nice signal over here in the park, about a 5 and 6 here in South Alabama. Go ahead. Okay, I missed that, but thanks, I do appreciate it. Maybe I'll QSY up a little bit. Appreciate the contact, 7-3. We're gonna try 40 meters. CQ Parks on the air. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Uniform X-Ray calling CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Uniform X-Ray. Alpha Alpha 1 India Alpha. Good morning. Thanks for hunting me. You're a 5x8, 5-8 into the park here, South Alabama. Go ahead. Yeah, thanks, Mark. How's the weather down there? Have you had any of that weather off the Gulf or, off the Atlantic on your side, I guess?
Yeah, weather overcast at the moment. I think it's going to be a nice day, though. So, 73, thanks for being out there, POTA.
All right, thank you very much, and have a great weekend. QRZ for Parks on the Air. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Uniform X-Ray. Kilo Tango 4 Zulu Golf. Good morning. Thanks for hunting me. You're about a 5-7, 5-7 here in the park in South Alabama.
Good morning to you. Copy your 5-7 in Alabama. You were 5-9 in Victor Alpha, Virginia, QSL.
Yeah, Roger on the 5-9 Virginia. Glad to hear it. Hope you have a great weekend and 7-3. 40 meters CW. Not much happened on sideband, really on 17 or 40, so switch to CW again. Well, folks, let's do a recap. I was here a couple of hours. Started off raining. As you can see, it has dried off pretty well. There were some fishermen out here on the little bridge, and they did catch a few. Left when it rained, came back, fished for a while. Haven't seen much else going on. But since the last video, I don't know if I showed this. This is just a little, I think they call it a hatch for my power cord. So I've got a good way to get my power cord out in case I'm plugging into an outlet, or if I run the generator. Now, I did a video on that a while back. I haven't used that in the field, but it's there if I need to. And we'll close the doors on this and talk about the other gear that I was using today. The Yaesu 891. Starting to get used to it, fairly comfortable. The big advantage of that is it's, I don't know, I guess in the world of cars and motorcycles, things like that, they go to the power to weight or size to weight ratio. It's very small. That's the biggest advantage, and it has a lot of features. The disadvantage is the menu system can be a little cumbersome, maybe difficult to figure out. It does a lot of stuff, it really does, but a lot of times you have to go through a couple of menu systems to get all that figured out before you get too comfortable with it. The receiver is pretty good. It's not awesome, I wouldn't say, like compared to my K2 or even the 710. There were a lot of weak signals, and I would say some of them I was able to pull out, some of them I was not. If I had a different rig, could I? Well, maybe. It just, you never know, you can't recreate that. But as far as the radio, I mean, it functioned well. Got a lot of good signal reports. I was running 50 watts, and I made about 80 some contacts between CW and sideband. Mostly CW, but I do like to get on sideband every now and again. The logging programs worked okay. So I'll just give you maybe you've seen this before, but a view from where I'm sitting. I've already taken the radio and put away and the other stuff. And then I got my key here. So there, I can mount it here. And this is just for a cell phone, a little thin strip of metal that glues down. I didn't really want to put holes in this tabletop. Otherwise, we could do something like this, a little more crude, but it sticks really well. I mean, that thing is not moving when you get on a big piece of, a thicker piece of metal. You're gonna have a hard time to get it off there. Look at it bending the clipboard. Where this will hold it in place, and it's pretty good, but if you push too hard, it will move. The N3 ZN Lite 2, it's a really fantastic precise key, but with that does go a little bit of a learning curve, because you can set this up so light and such a tiny gap that like any little touch at all will send. And you know that I made several mistakes just because of that fact, and part of it is I just need to get used to a lighter touch and get used to the key a little bit more. But other than that, this was what I was looking for. The size is excellent. Obviously, the quality is excellent. And I had a pretty good price tag, but I think others will also agree it is worth it. So, that being said, I think we'll get out of here. We got some other stuff to do this afternoon, and by the time you get this, it will already have taken place, but you may be able to catch the replay. I'm gonna do a live stream with Tim K50HY. That should be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about antennas, parks on there, and all that good stuff. So, thanks for coming along. Hope to see you on there soon. 7-3. You watched yet another ham radio video. This is Jay, KQ4 DUX. See you guys.